Welcome to Chang's canvas. When a line makes several operations, we need a shared convention so everyone reads it the same way. PEDMAS names that convention. P points to parentheses and all grouping symbols. E points to exponents, powers, and roots. D and M share the next level. A and S share the final level. After this lesson, expressions like the one coming next should feel clear. Here is one expression with several operations. PEDMAS is the shared convention that tells us which kind of operation has priority. After this lesson, problems like this should feel clear and predictable. Try 2 plus 3 times 4. Adding first gives 20, multiplying first gives 14. The order of operations tells everyone to follow the same path, so the answer is 14. Now watch PEDMAS grow from the operation names. P means parentheses. Parentheses make a group, so P points to tier 1 grouping. E means exponents. Exponents tell us to do powers, and roots share that same tier. D and M are one team. A and S are another team. An exponent is the small raised number or expression. In 3 squared, 2 is the exponent, 3 squared is the power. In 2 raised to 3 squared, the entire 3 squared is the exponent of 2, so that exponent is evaluated first. A square root is a power of 1/2, and a cube root is a power of 1/3. All belong to tier 2. Now reduce that stack power one line at a time. The full superscript shows the grouping. 3 squared is the exponent of 2. 3 squared is 9, so the next line 2 to the 9th. That is 512. It is not 8 squared. Parentheses around 2 cubed make 64, but that is a different expression. Top first is the internal reading rule for an exponent tower, not a new PEDMAS tier. Try a 4-level tower. Read it as 2 to the x, where x is 3 to the y, and y is 2 squared. First y is 4, then x is 3 to the 4th, which is 81. So the tower is 2 to the 81st power. We do not need to expand that enormous number. The grouping is the lesson. Here are the 4 tiers. P parentheses points to grouping. E exponents points to powers and roots. D and M share tier 3 and move from left to right. A and S share tier 4 and also move from left to right. Groups come first. Add 3 plus 3 inside the brackets. That gives 6. Now divide and multiply from left to right, and the answer is 6. When groups sit inside other groups, begin with the deepest one and peel outward. In this expression, 4 plus 2 is the innermost group, so it becomes 6. Then 3 times 6 is 18. Next 2 times 18 is 36. Finally, 1 plus 36 is 37. Each new line keeps an align equals sign, so the reduction reads as one continuous equation. Parentheses, square brackets, and braces are all grouping symbols, and they have the same priority. Writers often put parentheses inside square brackets and the square brackets inside braces because the changing shapes make the layers easier to see. That is a readability convention, not a second order of operations rule. The deepest group still comes first, whatever symbol surrounds it. Next come powers. 3 squared is 9. Then 9 times 4 is 36. Add 2 at the end, and the answer is 38. Multiplication does not always go before division. They are on the same level. Start on the left. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Then 4 times 2 is 8. Addition and subtraction are also on the same level. Start on the left. 10 minus 3 is 7. Then 7 plus 2 is 9. Now let us use all 4 steps. Do not rush. First, find the brackets, then the power, then the multiply and divide level, and finally the addition. Start inside the brackets. 5 minus 2 is 3. Copy everything else without changing it. Now do the power. 3 squared is 9. The rest of the expression stays in place. Multiply and divide from left to right. 4 times 9 is 36. Then 36 divided by 6 is 6. Now only 3 plus 6 is left. The last step is easy. 3 plus 6 is 9. We finish the problem one small move after another. Without brackets, do 2 to the fourth first. It is 16. Then apply the minus, giving negative 16. Do not quietly pull the minus into the power. With brackets, negative 2 is the base, so its fourth power is positive 16. These are two separate expressions. A fraction bar also makes groups. On top, 12 plus 6 is 18. On the bottom, 3 times 2 is 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3, and 3 plus 5 is 8. This power has a group in its exponent. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, so the first term is 2 to the 6, or 64. The smaller powers add to 14. 64 minus 14 is 50. These short expressions often start arguments online. The numbers are easy, but a missing multiplication sign can make the line look unclear. We will use the usual rule, then show how better brackets or a fraction bar can help. First, 2 plus 1 is 3. Then 3 squared is 9. Now divide and multiply from left to right. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 3 times 9 is 27, not 3. First, 2 plus 2 is 4. Then divide and multiply from left to right. 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 4 times 4 is 16, not 1. Use a fraction bar if the whole product should be on the bottom. This one has no hidden multiplication. Just move from left to right. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2, not 8. Here is the final challenge. Pause the video if you want to try it. Look for the three small groups, the square and the fraction bar before you calculate. Start with the groups. 18 minus 6 is 12. 5 minus 1 is 4. 7 minus 3 is 4. 12 squared is 144. Then 144 divided by 3 is 48. And 2 times 4 is 8. The top is now 48 plus 8. Add 48 and 8 to get 56. Then divide 56 by 4. The final answer is 14. Alongside PEDMAS, you may hear PEMDAS, BODMAS, BIDMAS, or BEDMAS. Two more memory tools are useful. GEMS stands for grouping, exponents, multiplication, and subtraction. Here, M represents the whole multiplication and division tier, and S represents the whole addition and subtraction tier, so the equal priority partnerships stay intact. PEMDAS is also remembered by the sentence, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." Please for parentheses, excuse for exponents, my dear for multiplication and division, and Aunt Sally for addition and subtraction. The names differ, but the four tiers do not. Here is the whole lesson. Groups first. If groups are nested, start with the deepest one and peel outward. Parentheses, square brackets, and braces all do the same grouping job. Powers and the roots come second. Multiply and divide from left to right. Add and subtract from left to right. PEDMAS keeps those four steps in one short memory tool. The bracket shapes can make layers easier to read, but depth sets their order. When a line looks unclear, add explicit grouping or use a fraction bar.